So, you want to build some muscle. It's really easy to get lost in all the talk about supplements and fancy programs, right? But what if the real secret to getting stronger is already sitting in your kitchen? Today, we are going to break down 12 powerhouse foods that are proven to help you build muscle. No shaker bottle required.
Does this sound familiar? You're hitting the gym, you're putting in the hours, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, but when you look in the mirror, the results just aren't matching the effort? It's super frustrating. I get it. But the fix might be a lot simpler than you think. And yeah, it starts with your next meal.
And look, this is really the whole point. While supplements can have a place, the real solid foundation for muscle growth, that comes from real nutrient-packed whole foods. You can absolutely fuel your gains just by putting the right stuff on your plate.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and look at how muscles actually get bigger and stronger. It's not just about lifting heavy stuff. There's a whole crucial process that happens after you leave the gym. Think of your workout as just step one. When you do strength training, you're actually creating these tiny little micro tears in your muscle fibers. Now that sounds bad, but it's not. That breakdown is the signal. It's the spark that tells your body, hey, time to rebuild. But to rebuild, your body needs the right construction materials. The whole thing is really a simple three-step dance. First, you train to create that stimulus. Second, you give your body the building blocks through smart nutrition, and that's our focus today. And third, you rest and recover, which is when your body actually does the work of rebuilding that muscle, making it bigger and stronger than before. If you skip step two, the nutrition part, well, you're just spinning your wheels.
So, where do we start? With the absolute foundation of any muscle-building diet, animal proteins. We're talking about the heavy hitters, the most efficient sources for getting those essential building blocks into your system.
We're going to zero in on 4 incredible sources here: eggs, lean beef, chicken breast, and salmon. And trust me, each one brings something a little different and a little special to the table.
You've probably heard people call eggs the perfect protein. And honestly, they're not wrong. They are jam-packed with high-quality protein, but also healthy fats and B vitamins, which are crucial for energy. Plus, they've got something called choline, which is a key nutrient that helps with muscle control and your performance during your workouts. Now, let's put 2 heavyweights head-to-head. In one corner, you've got lean beef. It's an amazing source of creatine, which helps give your muscles that explosive energy, and it has all the amino acids your body needs. In the other corner, chicken breast. It's incredibly lean and packs a massive protein punch. We're talking about 26 grams in a pretty small serving, making it perfect for building muscle while keeping things lean. Salmon is what I'd call a dual threat. You get a huge dose of top-tier protein, sure, but its secret weapon is the omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats do more than just help your heart. They actually boost muscle synthesis. In other words, they help your body get better at using the protein you eat to build muscle. It's a total game changer. Okay, let's move on to another critical food group. Dairy is kind of special because it offers this unique 1-2 punch of proteins that makes it incredibly effective for muscle recovery and growth. So dairy's magic really comes from having 2 different kinds of protein. First, you've got whey. Think of whey as the first responders. It's fast digesting and gets right to your muscles immediately after a workout. Then you have casein. Casein is the slow-release fuel. It breaks down over several hours, feeding your muscles long after you've finished eating. And this is where cottage cheese becomes a superstar. It is loaded with that slow-digesting casein protein. This makes it the perfect snack right before you go to bed. It basically sets up a slow drip of protein to your muscles all night long, preventing your body from breaking down muscle tissue while you sleep. And then there's Greek yogurt, a staple for so many athletes because it's got a great mix of both whey and casein. And as you can see, it just packs a much bigger protein punch. We're talking a solid 20 grams per serving compared to regular yogurt. It's just more bang for your buck. Now, protein is obviously the main character in this story, but even the biggest star needs a strong supporting cast. You've got to have high-quality fuel for your workouts and some powerful plant-based foods to really round everything out. So you might look at a cup of cooked brown rice and see this number, 5 grams of protein, and you're probably thinking, so what? That's nothing. But that's totally missing the point of what brown rice brings to the party. See, the real power here is the fuel. These are slow-digesting carbohydrates, and they give you sustained energy. That energy allows you to train harder and for longer, which in turn creates a much bigger signal for your muscles to grow. No fuel, no fire. It's as simple as that. And the plant-based crew doesn't stop there. You've got quinoa, which delivers carbs, protein, and magnesium for muscle function. Beans are loaded with fiber and plant-based protein. Peanuts are a huge one. They provide protein and a really crucial amino acid we're about to talk about. And hey, don't sleep on spinach. It contains glutamine, which helps support lean muscle.
So what makes peanuts so special? It comes down to an amino acid called leucine. The best way to think about leucine is that it's the ignition switch. It's the key that you put in the car that tells the engine of muscle protein synthesis to turn on. It literally kicks off the entire growth process.
Okay, so we've met all the all-stars. We know what they can do individually. The big question now is, how do we put it all together? How do we build the ultimate meal for muscle growth? And honestly, it all comes down to balance. It is not just about cramming as much protein as you can onto your plate. A truly effective muscle-building meal needs that strategic combination. Protein for the actual building blocks, carbohydrates for the fuel to do the work, and healthy fats to support your hormones and overall energy. And that's really the biggest takeaway here. It's the synergy. It's how all these different food groups work together. Combining these powerhouses in every meal is the real secret to fueling your body, recovering right, and finally unlocking your true muscle-building potential.
So there you have it. The power to build the body you want is literally on your plate, and it can start with your very next meal. So the only question left is, which of these foods are you